Everyone, and welcome to another lesson. In the previous lessons, we've been talking about how you can use different get date method to return the value of either month or what is it called, the milliseconds or seconds and day as number. So you can as well also use array of names and get day to return weekday as a name, just as what we did for the get month when we were talking about get month, using an array of months to get the month as a name as against just a number. So let's quickly take a look at that in this video. And also, aside from that, we are also going to be talking about two more other get date method. The first one is the get time method. The get time method returns the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970. By now, I hope you are cleared about why and where the January 1st, 1970 is coming from. If you are not, go back to the four previous videos I did, then you will understand because I explained about how computer use it as a time reference. Then also we're going to talk about the date now method. Date now returns the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970. So we are going to be taking a look at these two methods. But before that, let's see how you can use an array of name and get date to return weekday as a name. So let's dive in. So I'll take this out and I can make days. So these are the days of the week right here. Fine. Now, can add dates is new dates. Let day equals to days, just as we did for month the other time. Get the methods. And right here you can see today is Tuesday. So this is my variable that contains an array of all the days of the week. And then from that days of the week, then I make a new date variable. And from this new date variable, I just passed in this array, uh, this method, sorry, into the arrays that contains all the days of the week, and then I output it out. So you can see this is just a normal string, and the day, which is my variable here, and we are saying today is Tuesday. But if I passed in, a parameter aside from what we have here. Let's say inside new date, I pass something like 20, 25, 10, 18, 28, or 29. So you can see that the narration has changed, and now I'm saying today is Wednesday, which means that 29/10/2025 is Wednesday if you check the calendar. So this is how you can use an array of names of the week and get day method to return weekday as a name, just as we did for month in the previous lesson. So let's quickly take a look at the get time method as well. So let me clear this. And if I want to use the get time method that returns the number of milliseconds since January 1st, 1970. So I'll make this a new date equals day.get milliseconds this way. And right here you can see 321. I can as well pass in parameters date string, and you can see this will change. So change this to 18. I change this to 2021. So we can see it. So this is the milliseconds by passing in date string and without passing in anything. So this is how this works in JavaScript. Then quickly, let's also take a look at the date now method. So the date now return the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970. So let me make a date now. It's not output because there's an error in my code. It's date. So now you can see this is the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970 to this present date. And I can as well pass in parameters 2021, 925. So you can see the changes. So the date now method returns the number of milliseconds since January 1, 1970. Now, date now is a static method of the date object. You cannot use it on a date object like my date just now. So this is a static this is a static method of the date object. You can't use it like the my dates now. Another method of working with date and get date methods in JavaScript. So these two methods that we mentioned in the previous screen, which is the get milliseconds and date now method, are what we just examined, as well as how we can use array to get the weekday as a name in as against the initial number that we are getting for uh, weekday. So I hope you have been able to, understand how different methods of working with date object works in JavaScript and how this method affects the output of each of the date objects with or without parameters or date string being passed into the date object. Thank you. And in the next lesson, we'll continue and take a look at other things that are very essential, especially with working with dates in JavaScript. Thank you. And we are going to also be looking at some other more methods that we have when working with dates in JavaScript. I'll see you there. Enjoy.